Hello, curious minds. Today we're diving into one of history's most intriguing figures, Enoch. An ancient patriarch shrouded in mystery, his story crosses religious texts, controversial theories, and even modern science fiction. By the end of this journey, you might find yourself questioning not just history, but the very fabric of reality. Ready? Let's begin.
In the ancient scriptures, Enoch stands as a mysterious and revered figure. According to the Bible, he was the great-grandfather of Noah. Yes, the same Noah who built the ark. Enoch's story is told in just a few lines in Genesis 5:24. Enoch walked faithfully with God, then he was no more because God took him away. But what does this mean? Enoch's disappearance is often interpreted as his ascension to heaven. Unlike other biblical figures, he didn't die a natural death. Instead, it's said that God took him directly into his presence. This rare privilege places Enoch in a category of his own, making him a figure of fascination and speculation. His name also appears in other religious texts. In Islamic tradition, Enoch is often equated with Idris, a prophet described in the Quran. And in Jewish mysticism, Enoch's connection to the divine is further expanded, painting him as a mediator between heaven and earth. Why did Enoch matter so much? Could his story hold deeper truths hidden in plain sight? Let's move forward to the part of his legacy that fuels endless debates, his mysterious writings. If you've never heard of the Book of Enoch, you're not alone. This ancient text is excluded from the Bible as we know it today, but it remains a cornerstone in Ethiopian Orthodox Christianity. So, what's in this book that makes it so captivating and controversial? The Book of Enoch is not just one book, but a collection of writings attributed to Enoch himself. It's a cosmic journey that describes visions of heaven, the role of angels, and even a prophecy about the end of the world. One of its most famous sections, the Book of Watchers, details how a group of angels called the Watchers descended to Earth, taught humanity forbidden knowledge, and intermingled with humans, giving rise to the Nephilim, giants of legend. What makes this text so mysterious is its origin. Some scholars suggest it was written between the 3rd and 1st centuries BCE, but its contents seem far older. Was it truly penned by Enoch, or was it an attempt by later writers to capture divine insights? The Book of Enoch's language and imagery are deeply symbolic, with layers of meaning that seem to intertwine with other religious traditions. For example, the idea of fallen angels echoes the biblical story of Lucifer's rebellion, while the concept of Nephilim aligns with ancient myths of demigods and giants. The process of how the book was written, or revealed, is another point of contention. Did Enoch receive divine visions? Did he transcribe ancient oral traditions? Or, as some theorists argue, was the book inspired by encounters with extraterrestrial beings? The vivid descriptions of celestial mechanics and heavenly realms in the text have led some to wonder if Enoch was documenting something far beyond his time. Moreover, the Book of Enoch contains prophecies about the Messiah and apocalyptic events that resonate with themes in the Bible's New Testament. These parallels raise questions. Did later biblical writers draw from Enoch's work, or were they inspired by the same divine source? And why was the book excluded from the biblical canon? Some suggest it was deemed too radical or controversial for mainstream acceptance. This forbidden text continues to inspire debate and intrigue, pulling us deeper into the mystery. But to truly understand its significance, we must explore how modern thinkers interpret Enoch and his writings. In today's world of science fiction and conspiracy theories, Enoch's story has taken on a new life. One of the wildest and most entertaining theories is that Enoch was a time traveler. This idea stems from the fact that Enoch's writings describe phenomena that seem far ahead of his era. For instance, his accounts of the heavens are strikingly detailed, featuring descriptions of cosmic structures, celestial movements, and mechanisms that sound eerily like advanced technology. Could Enoch have witnessed future events and returned to his time to document them? Or perhaps he traveled to realms beyond Earth, gaining knowledge that defies historical context. The ancient astronaut theory takes this a step further. Proponents argue that Enoch's ascent to heaven might actually describe an alien abduction. His encounters with the Watchers, beings of great power and knowledge, could be interpreted as interactions with extraterrestrial entities. These beings, according to the theory, might have shared advanced knowledge with humanity, sparking the rapid development of early civilizations. Consider the parallels between Enoch's visions and modern depictions of space travel. He speaks of fiery chariots, luminous beings, and vast celestial chambers. To a modern reader, these could easily be interpreted as spacecraft, advanced technology, or even virtual realities. Was Enoch trying to describe concepts that his contemporaries couldn't possibly understand? Another fascinating angle is the possibility that Enoch accessed a universal consciousness, or a dimension outside of time. Some theorists propose that his visions were not physical experiences but mental journeys enabled by heightened spiritual awareness. This idea aligns with modern discussions of altered states of consciousness and their potential to reveal hidden truths about the universe. Critics, of course, argue that these theories are speculative at best, rooted more in imagination than evidence. Yet the very act of questioning Enoch's story opens doors to new ways of thinking about history, science, and spirituality. Could he have been a prophet, a scientist, or something else entirely? As we ponder these possibilities, let's turn our attention to the broader impact of Enoch's legacy, not just in religious thought, but in culture and history. The Book of Enoch didn't just vanish into obscurity after being excluded from mainstream religious texts. It continued to leave its mark across cultures and centuries. During the Renaissance, a period of renewed interest in mysticism and ancient knowledge, Enoch's story found new life. Occultists like John Dee, the advisor to Queen Elizabeth I, claimed to have received a mystical language called Enochian, which he believed was the language of angels. Dee and his collaborator Edward Kelly documented this language and used it in rituals to communicate with celestial beings. This practice became a cornerstone of ceremonial magic, influencing secret societies and esoteric traditions for centuries. Enoch's influence extended beyond the occult. His story inspired countless works of art, literature, and even modern films. The trope of ancient forbidden knowledge hidden away, waiting to be rediscovered, is a recurring theme in storytelling. Think of movies like Indiana Jones or The Da Vinci Code that revolve around uncovering secrets from the past. These narratives owe much to the legacy of figures like Enoch. In Ethiopian Christianity, where the Book of Enoch remains part of the canon, its teachings continue to shape religious practices and beliefs. The text's vivid descriptions of angels, the afterlife, and divine judgment offer a unique perspective on spiritual themes that resonate deeply with believers. For others, Enoch's story is more than a spiritual or cultural artifact. It's a puzzle piece in humanity's quest to understand its origins. The Watchers and Nephilim described in his writings echo myths of gods and giants found in cultures worldwide. Could these stories be remnants of a shared human history, or are they symbolic representations of universal truths? As we piece together Enoch's legacy, we're left with more questions than answers. But perhaps that's the point. His story challenges us to think beyond the boundaries of tradition and explore the unknown. So here we are at the crossroads of faith, history, and speculation. What are we to make of Enoch and his writings? Is he a historical figure whose story has been mythologized over time? Could his visions have been profound metaphors for spiritual truths? Or was Enoch something else entirely? A time traveler, a prophet, or even a messenger from beings beyond our understanding? One thing is clear. Enoch's story has captivated humanity for centuries and shows no signs of fading away. Whether you see him as a man of faith, a literary construct, or a window into the unknown, his legacy challenges us to question what we know about our past and what we're willing to believe about our future. So what do you think? Is Enoch's story a divine mystery, a cosmic riddle, or just a fascinating piece of ancient lore? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the enigmatic world of Enoch. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into history's greatest mysteries. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious. Stay